Good morning to you. Yes, there's a delay in proceedings. We're expecting the case now to sit at 11 o'clock. We understand that they are dealing with the old cases, but we do know, of course, that it's two men that will be appearing, and one of them, who's 65-year-old, is the father of Dr. Nandipha. But I just want to bring the legal expert, Machini Mutloung, just to break down this case, as we know that one of the suspects that will be appearing is the father, and it's not the former G4S employee, but we know is the father of also Dr. Nandipha, that is of course has been arrested and is wanted in this case. Take us through to the legal issues that pertain now this case.
Look, quite important is if one zoom into section 115, particularly E part of it. It's very clear and unambiguous that anyone who harbors or conceal or assist in harboring or concealing an escaped prisoner, such person is guilty of an offense and will be liable on conviction to either a fine or imprisonment, and in this instance the term of imprisonment will not exceed 10 years, or you can either be fined or imprisoned, or both, depending on the circumstances. So in this instance, if the father is charged, probably he is charged based on the fact that section 115E will find application, that the allegation would be that you would have harbored or concealed an escaped prisoner. That's the essence of the legal positioning as far as charging a person who is not directly linked and who is not an employee of a correctional facility.
Let's talk about now this one who is a former employee. For now, we don't know yet whether this incident happened while he was employed by the G4S. Would the sentencing and everything be similar to the father of Dr. Nandipha?
Look, it's the same. If you look into section 115 of the Correctional Services Act, section 115A deals with assisting or aiding or conspiring to aid a person who is in lawful custody to escape. And in that instance, the sentence or punishment will be the same, in that you will be liable, if found guilty, on conviction, you will be liable to a fine or an imprisonment not exceeding 10 years. So irrespective of whether the person would have been executing his lawful official duties at the time, that is actually immaterial. But if you stretch it further, if in the event that it is really taken that the offense was committed within the course and scope of the employ of the person who is being charged, section 115A will find application. But in the event that really he was not even an employee, that section will still find application only if there is a link between assisting or abetting or aiding the prisoner to escape from lawful custody in whatever manner, shape or form. It could be that one would have used certain documents to process the escape. But what is also important is to look into section 21 of BRECA, which also will find application in the event that there would have been corrupt activities involved. If for instance there's been exchange of money, there's been bribery, BRECA will find application as well.
Now let's talk about the issue of Dr. Nandipha. There's allegations, of course, that one of the government mortuaries here in the province, there's reports that 3 of the bodies were missing and is linked now to Dr. Nandipha. What are we expecting legally on this situation regarding him?
Look, in as far as COPS is concerned, in the event and in this particular instance, it is alleged that there is a body that was banned beyond recognition. And in that instance, one would look into violating a COPS, which is also a criminal offense, you know, and if one is found guilty of violating a COPS, one may also, on conviction, be liable to a term of imprisonment. So it is a criminal offense to violate a COPS.
All right, that is the legal expert, Mr. Machini Mutlong. Of course, taking us up to speed to now the developments on the story, as we know that there's two people that will be appearing in court, and also trying to give us, you know, an indication on what is likely to transpire when it comes to the case of Dr. Nandipha. I can also indicate that 2 weeks ago, when the media briefing was conducted by the National Commissioner, Thabo did mention that it's not the first time the security breach at the G4S, and there's been investigations, ongoing investigations. Now I want to bring now the situation of the COPS that was brought forward. They are not surprised that there was a COPS that was brought forward to the cell believed to be of Thabo Bester, and also said that the G4S failed to cooperate in this regard, and as a result, some of their members have been suspended, including the members of the correctional service here in Bloemfontein have been suspended pending the investigation, and also a manager was appointed to take the responsibilities of the director as the investigations continue. And also the police did confirm that more arrests are imminent, as we see now how this case is unfolding, and also with these two men that have been arrested over the weekend.